So, as you know, if you've been following the channel for a while, the What Ifians, the What If Malagasy, What If Fictional Republic have been looking at a tank to replace their Merkava IV or Merkava 4 M Barrack windbreakers. They did have 50 Merkavas, but they've converted about 12 to air defence vehicles. They've kept 20. And they've done a deal with Israel and sent the remainder back to Israel, obviously following events from October. Basically, that's opened up the Americans to give them more advanced weaponry, such as the latest JASSMs, and to allow them to buy the F-111s from the Boneyard and the F-111s, which they're going to convert into a new kind of seed package. Now, they do have 30 50-ton or 44 to 50-ton Type 10 Lancer, it's called in Malagasy service, the Japanese tank, which is a good tank with upgrades. But they are looking at future vehicles, and there is none better, I think, on the market or coming onto the market than the KF-51. This KF-51 is from Panzerfox, and I've already done a video on it. Of note, it's got this drone launcher here. You can have ammunition in this side and ammunition in this side, or a drone launcher. Now the KF-51, this version is quite interesting because it's slightly different to the Vespid one. Vespid one does have some hatches down here, whereas the original KF-51 prototype had the crew entrances here, so commander and gunner, and your driver actually got in from the turret. And there is space on the original KF-51 for an operator, so you can have ammunition or you can have an operator station here to control the platoon. Interesting kind of design with just the two hatches, but it eliminates a lot of the weak spots here on the front. Now, this variant is another variant which has come on the market, and this is not by Panzerfox. This one is by a company on eBay. Now, it did take a while to arrive. I think it's come from China, but it's an absolutely superb print. Now, of note, there's differences between the two. So it has got the armor shield protection, which is active protection all round, but this one has an uncrewed turret, which is rather neat. It retains the 130mm main gun. Here's your blowout panels here for the ammunition, and it could quite easily have a drone launcher in there as well. This is your sight and anti-drone weapon station. Here's your active protection on the side, radars on the front, cameras, it's absolutely covered in cameras. And of note, this is an unmanned or uncrewed turret. Now, I think that the driver sits in the middle here, and you've got two hatches, one for commander and gunner, and the driver goes in the middle. There is a third hatch on the turret, you can see it there, but I think that is more for maintenance and dealing with any stoppages. The vehicle is covered in smoke grenade launchers, which will be the ones that deploy infrared screening, so they're more than just normal smoke grenades. There's your coaxial machine gun. It's a bit like the Armata in concept, or the Abrams X. I think it's absolutely fantastic. I really like it. Now, the KF-51 series, sorry, is kind of my favourite future tank at the minute. I think it looks amazing for a start. The other reason I like it is because it's ultra modern. Honestly, I have to be careful because I'm British, but what on earth are we doing with the Challenger 3 if we're not incorporating technologies like this? This is a 130mm main gun. It's got advanced armour both on the uncrewed one and the crewed one. And of course, on the uncrewed turret one, you're less worried about the ammunition being hit, because your crew compartment, like the Armatas or the Abrams X, is down there in the hull, protected from any ammunition explosions. The whole thing, like I said, is surrounded by cameras. It will have an advanced propulsion system. I presume it's a diesel one for the initial one, but I expect they're looking at hybrid drives. Overall, I think this model, this resin print from an unnamed kind of brand, CXM, something like that, you can find it on eBay. is up there with the Panzer Fox, whatever it is, model. The Panzer Fox one is interesting that it is very detailed, and the Vespid kit, which I've still got to build, will give me another KF-51. So I'll be able to have a platoon of KF-51s, and personally I think that this is a really good replacement for the Merkavas in Malagasy service. I do like the Type 10, the Japanese Type 10, which has scalable armour from 44 tonnes up to 50 tonnes. This starts at 51 tonnes, so it's going to need a C-17A load. But when you add on the armour packages anyway, and you're transporting boxes, you may as well use the C-17. Overall, these are some of my favourite tanks. I absolutely love the KF-51. I think this is a nice evolution. It scales up well. It looks good with the other modern tanks. Personally, I would buy these if I had my own country, which thankfully, because we'd all be broke, I don't. Take care. Goodbye.